What's up, everybody? My name is Graham Elwood. You're watching Political Vigilante live stream. It is Sunday, October 20th, 2019, a little after 3 p.m. Pacific time. It's good to have everybody here. Hey, Zeus, what's up? John, good to see you. Sorry for the delay. I was surfing with Putin again. Colton Krulinki, hello. George Allen, Bibek Cafe, hello from Winnipeg, good to see you. Hello from Boston, Angie. Love you, thanks for watching the show. Hello, Deus, Kato Jojo. I am Putin's body. Chris Tucker flew on Epstein's plane at least once. Yep. I am a surfing Putin asset, absolutely. What's up, Sydney? We will be in Sydney doing the Progressive Comedy Tour November 17th. I think that's 3 weeks from today. Ooh. Yes, Mo Money, I'm breaking curls with the Putin. Yes, be back careful. We just booked our plane tickets to Perth and our lodging. I'm going to be staying near the beach. We're going to be there from the 19th through the 23rd, I think. Going to do some surfing. So, yes, Hillary Clinton is the true Russian asset. Where is Jimmy Dore? Oh, I don't know. At his house getting ready. He's got a show tonight. Hello from Independence, Oregon. What's up? ¿Cómo está? Bien, gracias a tú. Come on, a little Spanish. Would be the first time Chris Tucker had sex on a plane. Fifth Element, absolutely. Alien FX, shave the knuckles for justice. Folks, a great way to support the show is do what Alien FX is doing. 54 people are watching, 15 hit the like button. Please smash the like button. I want to thank everybody that came out to watch the post-debate discussion Ron and I had last Tuesday. We broke a new record. We got 870 some people was the peak. We were consistently around 850 people watching. Most people I've ever had watching one of my live streams. It was awesome. Alien Effects, it's time to destroy Hillary. Oh man, I know we're going to be talking about that today. You know, this is the thing. Like I said it, we all said it after Tulsi went after Kamala 2 debates ago. And everyone was like, more of that. We need more of that, Tulsi. And I think, you know, and I'm glad Tulsi brought up how she's getting smeared on this last debate last Tuesday. And it was like when Hillary said that in that podcast, I was like, it was so great to watch Tulsi just say, lights out, game over, let's do this. Like calling Hillary blatantly, you're a career warmonger. It was so awesome to see Tulsi just not take Hillary and the DNC's shit anymore. It was really great to see. And it's funny, David Hildebrand brought up a great point. He said, he goes, you know, I can do 2 things at the same time. I can not agree with everything Tulsi says and stands for and love how she's calling out Hillary. You know, like, and I think it's the combination of AOC and Omar endorsing Bernie. I mean, and that speech, it's just like, I'm cautiously, I'm more optimistic than I've been, to be honest with you. So thank you, Alien FX. George Allen, shave your knuckles for justice, George. I'll start the show. Just kidding. Ha, right on. Beto, is that you? Hello. What's up? Good evening due to you. Angie Gracie, smash the like button. What's up, Sydney Samsara? Good to see you. Progressive Conscious, love the show, man. Love you for supporting it. Been a minute since I've been able to catch Graham live stream. So what's good, everybody? Let freedom ring with a shotgun blast. Right on. Carrie Quinn, good to have you here. Brian McManus, thank you for being here. Kids Corners, Tulsi says aloha, Graham. Just so you know, I will be at the show December 27th. Jimmy Dore is doing a live show in Honolulu. I will be there for that show. I'm going to be surfing that whole week. It's going to be awesome. So I put a bunch of new tour dates and ticket links. 105 people watching, by the way, 53 likes. Smash the like button. If everybody who's watching has to hit the like button, that's how that helps the. And then another thing too, push this out on your social media right now that I'm live. But I just put on grahamelwood.com a bunch of new ticket links. So there's a show December 13th in Ventura, a progressive comedy tour December 13th in Ventura, California. December 14th, progressive comedy tours in Hollywood at the Sycamore Tavern. And then I have Seattle, I have Portland, Tucson, Orlando coming. So like the Orlando run, we will be locking down Miami and Tampa. We're going to do Orlando, Miami, Tampa. I don't know exactly what order, but that's for sure. And we will be, we're doing San Francisco for sure. That date's in there in February. And the night before, we're going to do Sacramento. We're just trying to lock down a venue. I've been in contact with one of you, so we're gonna get that done. So check that out. 113 watching, 72 likes. Non de plume pename. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Shave your knuckles for justice. Do you think Hillary went after Tulsi because Tulsi went after Warren in the debates, and it's pronounced Pename if you got it wrong? Thank you. Yes. Way to get out ahead of that, me mispronouncing it. I think, yes, I think several things. It's something Julian Assange said in an interview about, and I'm paraphrasing it, I'm not going to be as eloquent as Julian Assange is, but he said about Hillary Clinton, her thirst for power is always her undoing. And there's no way she can sit here and handle this and watch like Liz Warren get close to the White House and Tulsi. She can't handle it, so she's got to be in there. But I also think, I'm sure Hillary is aware of the fact that a lot of people said in 2016, Bernie should have ran third party. And if Hillary gets in, people are like, and if Hillary gets in and they screw Bernie again, that Bernie and everybody should run third party. So I think it was sort of also, Hillary's going to run. There's no doubt about it. She can't handle this. She just has to run. She's a narcissist and a sociopath. So I think part of it is Hillary's trying to get out ahead of, she knows she's going to announce. Everything with the Clintons is calculated. It's narcissistic. It's selfish and greedy and calculated. Like that's everything with the Clintons. So I think she knows that, like, if I run, I'll make sure the DNC screws Bernie again. So Bernie and Tulsi and AOC, there's a good chance they'll all then go third party, right? So she's a preemptive strike, saying just calling Tulsi a Russian asset. She's already blamed Russia, Burn Bros and everybody else. So I think it's a preemptive strike. I think Hillary's been planning on running, and she's just waiting till all these people. She doesn't need to go on stage with 12 people. That's what I think. That's absolutely what I think. So, Kit's Corner, shave your knuckles for justice. Warning: Canada's elects new prime minister tomorrow. Yikes! Ooh, good luck with that. Thanks for supporting the show. Good luck with that. Maramite Hines, thank you, Maramite, for supporting the show. Shave your knuckles for justice. Let's get, okay, Mo Money. Thank you, Mo Money. I personally like to thank Miss Clinton for giving our gal Tulsi a much needed, excuse me. No, the thing, like I said this, we all said this, 2 debates ago when Tulsi took Kamala out. I remember saying more of that. Tulsi needs to do more of that. I'm glad Tulsi said in this last debate that CNN's been screwing her and smearing her and calling her a Russian asset. I'm glad she's just getting out ahead of that. So when Hillary does that tweet, those tweets that Tulsi did, I was like, this is the Tulsi we need to see. You're a career warmonger, Hillary. I mean, I was just like, she didn't like pussyfoot around. She just went right at Hillary. And I think you're right, Mo Money. It's like, okay, now it's like game on. I donated $7 to Tulsi after I saw that. Boom. I think it has energized all of us. I saw so many women on Twitter just going after Hillary and supporting Tulsi. And it was just really great to see. And with the AOC endorsing Bernie and that speech she gave at his rally in Queens, which was just amazing, it's like this is the death knell for identity politics, for the Hillary Clinton corporate warmonger, Wall Street, using identity politics as a weapon to screw people over and to divide people. It was great. Because it's like, you know, I go after Hillary. I mean, I just love, this is awesome. And it's also like, Bernie doesn't have, because if Bernie goes after Hillary, he's a sexist old patriarch, racist guy, mansplaining to our feminist hero Hillary. That's how they would couch that's what they did in the last, remember when she kept interrupting him at that debate in 2016? He goes, wait your turn. And everyone was like, wait your turn. Us women have had enough, you know, and it was like, oh God. So this is great. This is the greatest thing for Bernie. Tulsi just goes right at Hillary's throat, calls her out for the warmonger that she is. I loved it. I loved watching it. Balthazar 228, Balthazar, thank you so much for supporting the show, folks. 216 people watching, 100 likes. Let's get those likes up. If you haven't hit the like button, please press it now. And push this out on all your social media that we're live. Balthazar228 said, I'm ready for HRC's entrance into the race the moment Bernie breaks 50% in the polling. Yeah. I need to see someone in Congress pulling that kind of brutal savagery on Pelosi and Schumer on a daily basis. Yeah, I think, yeah, if this is the like gloves off Tulsi, it's so great. And you know, when Tulsi in 2016 stepped down as the vice president of the DNC and backed Bernie, you know, the Clintons are like vengeful. We're going to get her. So I'm sure so many of the, you know, Russian agent, Assad apologist smears that are happening in the mainstream media are being pushed by the Clintons. They have to be. They have to be involved in at least some of it because that's just how they play. They're just dirty. That's just how they do it. I wouldn't doubt it at all. So, yeah, this is going to be like now the gloves are off. If Tulsi's just going to play this one, just like, yeah, exactly. Put a beating on Pelosi and Schumer for their nonsense every time they say resist Trump and then back one of his bills. So I'd love to see that, man. George Allen, shave your knuckles for justice. Alex M, where's Jimmy? Jimmy, he doesn't really come on my streams. He did after the debates, which was fun. I will say this. So this Tuesday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. Pacific, I will be doing Political Vigilante Game Show live streaming right here. Jimmy and Steph will be my contestants. It's super fun. We do game show questions, you know, Democrat, Republican, who said this, politician or supervillain. And you guys get to play. You guys get to help ask the questions, and first two people to donate. You know, somebody won. I forget her, Jackie. I forget her last name, but she won a prize bag of gifts. It's a blast, and we do it live stream in that studio where I did the post debate, the All Things Comedy Studio. So that's this Tuesday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. Pacific. Check that out. George Allen, thank you for supporting the show. I think the Hillary camp basically exposed themselves. They need to just go away. Yeah, I think this is like, I think this is really the wheels are really gonna come off the wagon for the Clintons and the corporate Democrats. I really see this as a great thing because the AOC, like Omar, a Muslim woman that was banned from going to Israel, is backing a Jewish man. This is transformative stuff that we've never seen. AOC getting through. We've talked about this before on the show. They didn't want AOC to get through. They didn't think she could. And the fact that she got through, I've done videos on this, how they have made new legislation to prevent an AOC from happening again. And this is why. Everyone was like, oh, she's going to back Warren, girl power, no to the patriarchy. No, she backed Bernie because his 4 decades long, his policies, he's always been on Medicare for all. There's stuff to criticize Bernie on. He voted against Iraq, which is great, but he voted for Afghanistan. He's not, his foreign policy deserves some critique for sure, but he has not wavered on healthcare as a human right, student debt forgiveness. You saw him arguing against the Biden crime bill on the Senate floor in 1994, saying this crime bill doesn't address poverty and lack of education and opportunity. Medicare for all, student debt forgiveness, free college tuition. These are all amazing things. And his Green New Deal, I really think Bernie in the last 3 or 4 months has gotten even more concerned about climate collapse. That's why when he came up with that Green New Deal a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, it was the most, he's like, none of this 2040, goes 2030, we're off of fuels, done, 10 years, done, you have to get it off. And I think he realizes that we are in the middle of climate collapse right now. And so AOC backing him is just huge. The gang backing him is just massive because it blows up all the identity politics stuff. And it's like, oh, so what are you going to say? These young women of color are dumb? They're like fangirls? Like, what are you going to say? These are like, you can't sit there and say these women are awesome, they're girl power and diversity, and then go, and then suddenly call them stupid when they don't endorse one of your corporate candidates. So it blows up. And also the mainstream media is going to, like when CNN said, oh, they're too urban, they're showing their true colors, how racist they are, right? That hypocrisy of the neoliberal that screams diversity, diversity, but then they don't let Nina Turner speak at the 2016 DNC convention. Like they denied a black woman from talking at the Democratic convention, but then anyone that didn't vote for Hillary's, like, it's just, they can't, even people that are kind of paying attention are going to go, holy shit. And the other thing too, student debt forgiveness, Medicare for all, free college tuition. These are things that really benefit young people in their 20s. Young people in their 20s are not watching CNN and MSNBC, so they're not even listening to the bullshit lies, spins, and smears that are being done. They're following AOC on Twitter, and they're following Omar on Twitter. And those women are so skilled at their social media. I mean, so skilled. So this is just like, this is a game changer. And Bernie's going to start, what needs to happen? Bernie needs to win the first couple of primaries. Then his donation money is going to go up. And then other people are going to start dropping out. Castro, Booker, these folks are going to start dropping out because they're just not going to have the money. So I think that is great. Jedi Mullet 77. Thank you for supporting the show, Jedi Mullet. Guys, we got 323 people watching, 149 likes. We got to get those likes up. Come on. Oh, it's a good vegan smoothie. Quick sidebar, unsweetened organic vanilla almond milk. Frozen organic banana, frozen organic blueberries, frozen greens, organic, unsweetened organic peanut butter, and vegan protein powder. Jedi Mullet 77, shave him for justice, my friend. You're making Gotham great again, Jedi Mullet. Hillary escaped the woods of Crystal Lake. She called Jason Voorhees a sexist and Putin puppet. Then Jason did himself in. Nice Friday the 13th mashup. I like it. Thank you. George Allen, shave him for justice. The fight's going to get 10 times harder, Graham. Ugly. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's like really going to, we're going to have to dig in because what we're seeing is the ruling elites. We're seeing the ruling elites lose their power, lose their stranglehold. And the only thing that really kind of scares me is what scares me is how they're going to react. You know what I mean? Because this is my fear, is that then when they really start losing their power, the ruling class is going to go bananas and like evil, crazy shit's going to start happening. But like, I think what that means is we all have to pay. I think now, because of what happened in 2016, there's more of us paying attention. Look, I didn't have this show in 2016. You know what I mean? So I think what this means is, by the way, we just crossed 4 million total views on my network. Isn't that great? Isn't that fantastic? So I think, let me make sure I got all of the, I guess we'll go here. Is a lot, the more people are paying attention and more people are seeing the bullshit of this. More people are like, come on. More people are like, I think Hillary saying she's going to run is going to mobilize more people to go, because there's people out there that are like, I'll vote for Trump again if she gets the nomination. So there's an opportunity here. This is the this is it. And if Bernie gets the nomination and he wins and he'll beat Trump one-on-one, then you know what it says? It says all of the like, well, Bernie wouldn't have won anyway. All those neoliberals that said that after 2016, it crushes all of those narratives. It crushes the identity politics. It crushes the sexist white burn bro. Like it crushes all of that. It crushes all of it and says, no, populist policies are what the people want. When young women of color are backing Bernie Sanders, it shows that his policies are the best. And when he becomes president, and let's say Tulsi's his VP, you know, we're going to have more AOCs and Omars and stuff like that in Congress and the Senate. And his cabinet's going to have Nina Turner in it and all these amazing people in it. Yeah, I'm very excited. Balthazar 228, shave him for justice. I do wonder just how far the Congress people could push to the left and refuse to vote for anything Nancy puts up if it's not up to progressive standards and still keep the numbers, probably way further. Well, this is the fear of the Democratic Party. They don't want a whole Congress and Senate full of AOCs. They're in trouble, and they're realizing this. What this means is, like when I just interviewed Jen Perlman, who's running against Debbie Wasserman Schultz in Florida's 23rd congressional district. Oh, wow, she could win in 2020. We start picking off Wasserman and Pelosi and Fines, get them out of there. Like more progressives, more actual progressives, and now we have a progressive president in Bernie Sanders. I think the DNC and the corporate elite and the ruling class is going to just start going nuts. They're going to push harder for impeachment to distract everybody. They're going to just do every song and dance. There's going to be false flags. Like it's going to go bananas. But we got to stay the course. It's up to all of us. Because they have so much money to control the narrative, right, on all the media. So it's up to us as progressives. Anytime you see some war, be an anti-war activist and say, why are we at war? War's bad. Like, I don't like Trump, but I'm glad he's pulling troops out of Syria. Could he have done it a little better to not expose the Kurds or whatever? Sure, of course. But like, and then he sends troops to help Saudi Arabia guard their own oil. Call him out on that. You know? Call him out on that. Oh, now the Kurds are doing business with the Syrians. Yeah, it's Syria. It's their country. Why are we acting like this is our country? Always put out there how we're going to point out the hypocrisy of how we're going to pay for it. Then how are we going to pay for Medicare for all? Always on any social media, anywhere you see that, just get this message out everywhere that you can. How come nobody asked that about war? Trump's $1.5 trillion tax break. That's how much student debt forgiveness would pay. It's $1.5 trillion would wipe out student debt. And Trump gave it to billionaires. We got to stay on it. That's why I say you're all political vigilantes. You spread this message out on your social media, at your dinner parties, everywhere. Just ask these questions and just hammer that message, hammer that anti-war progressive message home to everybody. Because there's a lot of people on the fence. Oh, I was probably going to vote for Warren, but if Bernie leaks, well, maybe I'll vote, like, oh, AOC's backing him. Like, if Bernie starts becoming the front runner, a bunch of people are going to jump on board with him. So that's what I think. Balazar 228. Plantastic life. Hey, Dominic, what's up? Tulsi's response to ARC Hillary Rodham Clinton was great. She should add HRC hates me. I welcome her hatred. Yeah. I think we're going to finally see the Tulsi we want to see. The gloves off combat vet. I mean, the shit she's had to take as an officer of the military, being deployed to Iraq and a medical, like, let's see that. That's who we want to see. Call Hillary Clinton out for a rich white lady that's never been near a war unless she was there to gain profit from it. Call her out. Let's call out Chelsea Clinton. If she's so about service, how come she didn't join the army like I did? That's what Tulsi should be saying. Just go after him hard, man. Fan of fanfics. Thank you for supporting the show. Mainstream media attributing a Bernie quote to Warren. And do you think the Warren camp is in panic mode over Bernie squad endorsements? First time catching your show since seeing you and Ron live in Minneapolis. Hey, what's up? Thank you for coming to the show in Minneapolis and for joining me. We do this every Sunday, 3 p.m. Pacific. I think the Warren mode is in complete panic. Now, the mainstream media is going to try to lie and say, oh, there's only 6 people when, they're going to show some fake video. Like there was only 4 white guys at his speech in Queens where AOC announced. Like they just can't. They are in panic mode. They have to know. And pretty soon, even their fake polls are going to get, they're not going to be able to, it's just going to be overwhelming. I mean, and it's up to us to call out everywhere you see, every corner of the internet. But yeah, I think the Warren camp is like, oh, because they thought we got AOC in the bag. Identity politics rules the day. She'll back the female. No. And you saw Warren was exposed at the last debate. She's basically saying all of Bernie's talking points. And when she's asked point blank, are you going to raise taxes? She couldn't answer the question. Bernie answered it straight up. Yeah, I'm going to raise taxes, but your overall costs are going to come down. So your overall costs are going to be less under my plan. Like, boom. So they're panicking. Nom de plume pen thank you for supporting the show. Shave your knuckles for justice. Do you think Bernie should step up to the plate and call out HRC? I'm going to take a quick smoothie break. That's a good smoothie. It's a really good smoothie. That's a great question. No, not yet. Let everybody else do it, because if Bernie does it, they're going to call him sour grapes old man. He's still complaining about losing in 2016. I think Bernie needs to just keep hammering his message. Joe Biden says it'll cost $32 trillion. Right now, it's already costing $50 trillion. So my plan is cheaper. He should just call out his policies and the facts that back it and how it's going to be easy to pay for, and say his Green New Deal and how it's going to put everybody to work, and take that Green New Deal message to the red states. Take that to Texas. Yeah. Take that to Texas. Is the Deep South going to vote for Bernie? I don't know, but you should take it there. Take it to those purple states. Go to Colorado, go to Ohio, go to Florida. But Texas is so winnable, right? Take Bernie's message to the red states for the primary, which you're planting seeds for the general. I think Tulsi should be the one doing what she's doing. She should be the one going after Hillary. That's my opinion, because if Bernie comes out to, if Hillary starts blatantly attacking Bernie, then yeah, great, respond. But if he goes after her, then it looks like angry old white guy that's mad that he lost, you know, sexist burn bro. And then it plays that card, which we don't want played. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion on that one. Where are we at here? Bernie's channel put out a good video on how he's paying for free college. The stuff's going to help him win the election. Oh, I saw him, Ron Placone and I saw him speak at University of Iowa when we did our show last month in Iowa City, and he talked most of his messages about student debt forgiveness and free college. Yeah. You're 19 years old and you're going to graduate with $80, $100, $200,000 in student loan debt. You're going to vote for Bernie now. And here's the thing you got to understand. The 18 to 25-year-olds have always been the lowest group to turn out and vote. The last time that age group turned out to vote is weird, shocking coincidence when they were getting drafted to go to Vietnam. So now this is the smartest thing to do. Just keep hammering that message. And Bernie's just going to say, student debt forgiveness, I'm going to take care of you. Hillary's a liar. No more wars. That's what he needs to do. Bernie needs to team up with Tulsi. He's going to. I said this from the beginning. When they had that meeting in January, before both of them announced, you know, he announced a month or so after her, I was like, I bet you that meeting is the two of them mapping this out. And Bernie saying, look, I'm not going to go after Hillary. I'm not going to say they cheated me in 2016. You say that. You notice she said that, you know, last weekend before the debates. I might skip the debates, boycott them because they're cheating again. Of course we knew she did the debates, but that was a great tactic. That got that back in the conversation, and she's saying it. She's the one going after. Hillary going after Tulsi was a gift. It's a gift. She goes, they're going to team up. Bernie said early on, it's going to be a woman of color is going to be my VP choice if I get the nomination. My guess, and I hope they do this, he names her as his VP before the convention. No one's ever done that. That's how he's going to win. So it's coming. They're going to team up. It's coming. That's my guess. Could be wrong. That's my guess. Yeah, if you're going to say the rules here are be nice, be polite. If you're going to start saying insulting things to me or friends of mine, you're going to get the big B, the block. Kim from the Mitten. What's up, Kim? Became a patron today. Thank you so much. Jedi Mullet 77, shave your knuckles for justice. Since when did HRC stop bringing up the 2016 election? No, I know it's bullshit that Bernie can't, but she can. I'm just saying he still has to navigate that. Yeah, all Hillary does is bring it up. I was cheated, and it's always somebody else's fault with the Clintons. You know, oh, I tripped and fell, and Monica Lewinsky was giving me a blowjob, or whatever Bill Clinton said. Well, whoops, how did this happen? You know, I thought I was on a Delta flight. Is this Epstein's plane? Oh, no, zoinks. Like, that's the Clintons. But I'm just saying, if Bernie plays the card too much, they call him sour grapes. Look, they're trying to smear him whenever he's old, he's yelling, blah, blah, blah. So that's what I think. You bring up a valid point. So CNN is coming out saying what HRC did was wrong, except for a few like that piece of shit Bacardi seller. CNN is bad, though. Yeah, absolutely. It's good. Some of them. Look, what this does, it emboldens the people like Van Jones, who he's about as progressive as you can be on corporate media. I'm not saying he's like full progressive, but look, Van Jones is the guy that said after the election, the Clintons need to go away. He's the one who did that whole speech about she spent $1 billion and couldn't win. She spent $1 billion on TV. She could have spent that money doing all these great things, and she didn't. So I think this emboldens, and the fact that this whistleblower coming out showing that the whole network's just pushing the head, the CEO is pushing this impeachment thing. CEO's on its heels now too. That's kind of great. Share and like. We've got 452 watching, right on, 256 likes. Let's get the like button up to the number of views. So if you haven't hit the like button yet, please smash the like button. HealingTeethNaturally.com. I'll check that website out. Thank you for shaving. I think this is related to cureforcancer.com. But HealingTeethNaturally.com. Shave your knuckles for justice. Do you think the polls showing Biden leading are legitimate? No. I don't know. Well, they're legitimate in the sense that the old people you're calling on a landline, probably more of them think Biden should be in the lead. Like, do you have a landline? I don't. I haven't had one in years. Like, anyone with a landline and an AOL account, I'm sure more of them like Biden. So I'm sure they're accurate in that sense. But that's, again, either lazy polling or by design polling. Let's go to this group because put an online poll. Come on. You know, put an online poll and see who's voting for what. Here's the thing, they put these bullshit polls out there. And first of all, this is how the corporate media, they control the parameters. So they poll this little group here and they say, see, new poll says this, right? Ask the questions of who they're polling. Let's not forget the polls like day before the election, Hillary, landslide, remember? So, you know, we all take the polls with a grain of salt. Max D, shave your knuckles for justice. Impeachment circus is designed to keep people off balance and confused. Hating Trump is easy, but so is fundraising against him. DNC supports Trump. Yeah, it's a great point. Look, the day the Pelosi announced the impeachment, the Democratic Party got $8.8 million that day in donations. Oh, by the way, Trump got $8.5 million that day. The RNC and Trump together since impeachment have raised $125 million. It's that thing that has been said by Cenk, by Jimmy, by me and other people for a while now. The Democratic Party would rather lose to Republicans than let progressives take over the party. So they're going to play this impeachment game because it's good for ratings and this, that, and the other thing. But it's a waste. It is a complete waste. Carmen Ambritz, shave your knuckles for justice. You're making Gotham great again. Thank you, Carmen. I will keep it up. Thank you for putting your dancing, whatever that is. Non de plume pename. Shave the knuckles for justice, which I did last week, and it's just starting to grow back. Anonymous sources have said that Hillary, Nearitana, and mainstream media news broadcasters are putting live pet mice up the rectum prior to going on air. Okay, I'll take that as fact. Fine, that's a fact. That's hilarious. 455 watching, 317 likes. Boom. Hit the like button, everybody. Thank you for supporting the show. And don't forget, I put up new progressive comedy tour dates. So we're going to Australia next month, November 14th. We are in Melbourne. That show's close to sold out. The 15th of November, we are in Adelaide. The 17th, we're in Sydney. Tickets are going fast there. And the 22nd, we're in Perth. And tickets have been moving fast there too as well. So get your tickets down under. We will be there. And then December 13th, Progressive Comedy Tour in Ventura Harbor Comedy Club. December 14th, we are at the Progressive Comedy Tour in Hollywood, California. We've announced San Francisco in February. We have Florida dates in March. We're doing Tucson, Seattle, Portland. So get your tickets. And join us. Join us. Go to grahamelwood.com, everybody. Krillin876. Gee, did you see that Duke for Tulsi hit piece I sent you? Yeah, I did see that. So what Krillin876, so David Duke just endorsed, or they're claiming he endorsed Tulsi Gabbard because he's liked some of her tweets or something like that. So yeah, get ready. I mean, look, they have no shame calling her a combat vet deployed to Iraq, who is still in the reserves, a major in the United States National Guard, They're calling her a Russian asset. So they're going to do everything. She must be such a threat to them because she wants to free Julian Assange. She's the only candidate to say that, right? She wants to end these regime change wars. So now she loves Assad and gassing children, apparently, according to them. So they're going to say all this ridiculous nonsense. Yeah, thank you for sending me that. But pay attention, folks. And again, when you see these things on social media, forward them to people like me with bigger followings, but you also call them out. That's why I say you're all political vigilantes. That's the the Nazi that endorsed Trump likes Tulsi, so she's a Nazi, just like you know how Trump's buddies with Putin and Assad, so Tulsi. They're going to play that. Go right at their throats and call them warmongering liars. Like when she called Hillary Clinton a career warmonger, I was like, oh, yes. A combat vet just called Hillary a career warmonger. Point out the fact that, you know, anyone can endorse anybody. It doesn't mean just say, and go grab Tulsi's response to David Duke liking her. She has a great response to that. She's like, I don't support David Duke at all. It's a free country. You can endorse whoever you want, but I don't support that guy. I don't like his race. I'm against all of it. You know what I mean? Oh. Kate. Hello, Kate. Paused a video of yours to watch your live stream. Bless you and your children, Kate. Thank you for supporting what I do. Slippery 22. Boom. You're making Gotham great again. Hey, Graham, are you coming to the Jimmy Dore show in the Sycamore today? Yes, I will be on panel. I randomly bought a ticket for the show, hoping that you and Abby Martin are going to be there. I don't know who else is on panel. I don't think Abby will be there because I'm pretty sure her and Mike Preisner are touring the country, screening Gaza Fights for Freedom. So I think they're on the road, is my understanding. Because I think if you go to Abby's social media or Mike's social media, you'll probably see where they're screening that film. That's my guess. I can't say for sure, but yeah, I'll be there. I'll see you tonight. Right Brain Studios, shave your knuckles for justice. So Right Brain Studios, this is Kevin Rocca, the director of Revolution Televised. I did an interview with him on this show, and please check out that 5-part YouTube series, Revolution Televised, because what it does is it shows exactly how the media lied and how the DNC cheated, and the media helped the DNC cheat in 2016. And you should watch it because they're using the same playbook. So great interview. Watch that interview with Kevin Rocca, and then go watch his doc series narrated by Viggo Mortensen. So Right Brain Studios is the Tulsi attack, an effort by ARC to gaslight Tulsi, then smear her as a Russian asset, and then try to get Bernie to defend her to tie him to Russia. That's a great question, Kevin. I wouldn't be surprised if that's Tulsi's hope. Look, that's their tactic. Tie everybody, Russia. Well, of course they're going to start calling Bernie a Russian asset at some point, is my guess. Going back to the question from a while ago, should Bernie go head-to-head with Hillary? No, until that. If they start calling Bernie a Russian asset, then have him then that's when he goes, enough. But he needs to he can't initiate that. So the Tulsi attack, the gaslighting by Hillary to gaslight Tulsi and the Russian asset thing, I think, like I said at the top of the stream, I think that's a preemptive strike in case Hillary thinks she's going to be successful cheating Bernie again because she's a narcissistic sociopath who, that's the thing about sociopaths, they never think they're going to get caught. And she is above the law. Look what she's gotten away with. I mean, it's like Epstein. They're not going to bust me. Ghislaine Maxwell, you can't bust me. I was at Chelsea Clinton's wedding 2 years after I settled out of court with Virginia Roberts and another woman because they accused me of raping and trafficking them. Look what they get away with. There's no manhunt for Ghislaine Maxwell. The Clintons aren't behind bars. So she thinks she can get away with this. And then she's worried that there's going to be a real third party thing. And they'll just say, oh, that third party is the Russian party. The Russians back that third party. They're getting ahead of that in the event. Hillary cheats everybody and gets the nomination. And then Bernie and Tulsi and everybody leave to start their own third party. They're just going to call that Russia's party. That's what they're doing. In my opinion, I could be wrong. Yeah, Right Brain Studios again. Hillary just got Tulsi into the next debate. Oh, I know. It's so great. Tulsi's donations went up. Her polling numbers went up. So fantastic. That's why people go, well, why would Hillary do that? The Clintons are sociopaths. They can't stop themselves. They can't stop themselves from lying. Fan of fanfics. Shake your knuckles for justice. Any dream picks for Sandra's administration, Secretary of State, Housing and Urban Development? I'd like to see Jill Stein, head of the EPA. Great question. I think we'd see Stephanie Kelton, who is MMT. She's Bernie's financial advisor. She's a big MMT person. She's an expert in MMT. She was on the Jimmy Dore show. So she'll be the Secretary of Treasury. I think you'd see Nina Turner somewhere in there. Maybe she would be, I don't know, Housing and Urban Development. I think VP should be either Tulsi or Nina Turner. And if Tulsi's not VP, she should be Secretary of State. Yep, Jill Stein, head of the EPA. I think those are my dream picks. I thought initially that, oh, he should put AOC in his cabinet. No, leave AOC in Congress and the gang, keep them in Congress to help vote for Bernie's bills. But I think you could see, Richard Wolff or what I like. There's I definitely see Kelton, Dr. Stein, Nina, and Tulsi in the cabinet for sure. I definitely see that, which I think would be great. Let's see. John Boyle, what's up, John? Thanks for supporting the show. Hey, Graham, new follower. Most of my friends are liberals, so everyone hates Trump as a given. I'm trying to be more informed. Can you give me a couple solid go-to policy reasons to hate Trump? Great, yeah. This is the his hands are small. No, this is the thing the liberals just bring up. They need to stick to policy stuff. So there's some good policy stuff. The first and foremost is the $1.5 trillion tax break to millionaires and billionaires that he gave. There's two key elements about that. One, it's the single greatest transference of wealth we've ever seen. So it's not helping working class people at all. Two, that $1.5 trillion is the exact amount of money that student debt forgiveness would be. So he could have forgiven student debt forgiveness, which, how much money would that infuse back into the economy? All these people with crushing student loan debt, paying it off, they don't have to pay it anymore. And now they have extra money to infuse into the economy, which would help everybody. Student debt is just helping banks, right? So there's that. His trade tariffs with China are actually hurting. I did a video on this. Farmers. They've interviewed farmers who are like, hey, most of us voted for Trump and he's hurting us. He's making it hard, right? So there's those stuff, that policy. Then point out the fact that he runs an anti-interventionist campaign, but then he ups the troop count in Afghanistan. And he ridiculed Obama for being in Afghanistan, but he increased the troop count. Okay, maybe it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. Ultimately, he's pulling us out of Syria. But then why is he sending troops? Why can't Saudi Arabia guard its own oil? Its own citizens won't join the Saudi Arabian army. They have to hire Pakistanis. So point out those things. Point out those very clear policy things, right? That right there. Point out the fact, I bought an electric car 2 years ago. Prior to Trump, you got a $6,000 tax break off your federal taxes. Trump got rid of that, right? Point out that is bad. Like I could have not paid any money in taxes that year. but I had to because of Trump. I know people whose homeowners, their property taxes went up because of Trump's new tax bill. Those are policy things that are not good, right? Just those right there. So I hope that helps. Thanks for supporting the show. Balthazar 228, shave your knuckles for justice. I'm assuming you're talking as though you're Bill Clinton. I did not have sexual relations with that woman or this woman or that teenage girl, that other teenage girl. Yeah, exactly. Why do you keep having to deny this? He's been denying the sex with this woman and that woman since the 80s, since he was governor. Ugh. Salma Ali. Thank you, Salma, for supporting the show. Shave your knuckles for justice. David Rojas, please cover the crisis in Chile. The people are rebelling and the government allowed Pinochet's dogs to take over the cities. Oh, wow. Okay. David, thank you for bringing that to my attention. I don't know much about the situation there. I covered a little bit about Ecuador. And right now there's something like 12 countries where there's a new one in Lebanon. And all of the reasons people are protesting are very similar in the country like France. The government is run by oligarchs and the people are not getting basic services and they're cutting services while the richer are getting richer. I saw protesters talking about that in Lebanon. They're talking about that in Ecuador. They're talking about that in France. So yes, I need to get some more information about what's happening in Chile to cover it. So thank you for bringing it to my attention and I'll try to find some more information on it and cover it. Thank you. Kate, shave your knuckles for justice. I have a landline and I'm keeping it for the election. Good for you, Kate. When they call, pick it up and tell them, not voting for your nonsense. Sam Dean, what's up, Sam? See you next month in Australia. Saw Hannity interview Don Jr. He kept asking, when are you running? In case the Sudafed snorting man wasn't bad enough, his kid is being lined up. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what we need. Don Jr. Yeah, they're just propping him up. And that's the whole thing of like, when Trump supporters say, oh, Trump's an outsider. He's an oligarch, man. He's a billionaire. His kid's going to run just like the Bushes and the Clintons. They're trying to, they're going to get Chelsea. What are they going to have Chelsea run against Don Jr.? The Clintons would love that. The media would love that because it's a great pay-per-view sporting event. Oh, so nuts. Nonsensy. Nonsensical? Nonsensory. My words don't make sense. 457 watching, 363 likes. Hit the like button, everybody. Oh. What else? Well, you got to be nice to each other, guys. You can disagree all you want, but if you say insulting things, that's not good. Yeah, Trump versus Clinton this Sunday. He was upset, I'm assuming you mean Trump, with Pence for planning to run in 2024 because he wants his kids to do it. Ha, that's funny. Can't wait to see all the Aussie interviews. Just keep him talking with the accent. A-Mares, you got it, A-Mares. All right. Cancel Facebook until they start ethical advertising. I hear that. Anyone know anything about the B-16 nukes we left in Syria? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Clinton v. Trump 2, bungle in the jungle. But fantastic. Oh, God. You guys are great. Balthazar 228, shave your knuckles for justice. I'd much rather have Nina Turner as VP. I think she provides the righteous indignation and justified anger I so desperately want to see regular. Yeah, I mean, I would love her as VP and Tulsi as Secretary of State. That would be like an all-star lineup. Because Nina Turner is like, no nonsense. People get asked her, why didn't you run for president? She's like, no, 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 no. So maybe she wouldn't want VP. I don't know, but I'd love to see her as VP. Be great. Baby Gerald, what's up, Baby Gerald? Thanks for supporting the show. Thank you for the interview with Tiffany Fitzhenry. She opened up a whole new world of corruption and evil for all to see. Keep Gotham great again. Yeah, Baby Gerald. Yeah, please watch. It's a 2-part interview with Tiffany Fitzhenry. Who her whole thing is opening up the corruption mainly in Hollywood. You know, she interviews a wide range of people. She's interviewed some very right-wing people, but I don't know. I respect what she's doing. You don't have to agree with everyone she interviews, but the conversation we had was fantastic. I mean, Tiffany does a thorough research, and, you know, we talk about how CIA's ties to Hollywood, and we talked about Hollywood's ties to Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. I mean, she went through the majority of those 2,000 unsealed documents that got unsealed August 9th, and then, oh, shocker, Epstein killed himself the next day. But yeah, it's a really great interview. If you haven't watched it, please watch both of them. I also started a new playlist of all my videos since about May that have been demonetized. And I just want to show you what's out there, what they're demonetizing and why. It's a lot of the Epstein videos. I mean, videos that 100, 200,000 views, they took away the ads. Those videos would have made a lot of money. My money's been cut in half. So I just want to show you what's demonetized and what they're doing. And so anyway, any other ways you can support me, like the Super Chats here today, or Patreon, or Rockfin, coming to the live shows. Like I said, I have a PayPal button on my grahamelwood.com on my website. I have a P.O. box. Some of you have just sent me money at the P.O. box. All great ways to support the show. And watch the Tiffany Fitzhenry interviews. They're pretty great. Right Brain Studios, watch Revolution Televised. Hillary is so foolish. She spent more money on David Brock and his minions than buying plane tickets to Wisconsin. Can't make up this kind of stupid. No, it's such a great point. And look, I have a friend of mine who runs an ad agency, and he had like he was at some sort of conference or whatever, and it was the social media team that ran Hillary's 2016 campaign. And this guy said, we had a 95-yard lead in a 100-yard race, and we lost. And he said, we were all trying to get Hillary, while Hillary was going to LA and San Francisco and New York and Chicago and doing these big fundraisers, Trump went to every little red state and tell them he's going to make their lives better. And she didn't go to Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, and she lost the election because of that. But she won the general. Well, you got to win the electoral, and you know that going in. Fan of fanfics? Anyone who hasn't seen the Progressive Comedy Tour, it's a great show. Thank you so much. Go to grahamelwood.com for all the tour dates. Like I said, I just uploaded a bunch of new tour dates on grahamelwood.com. I'm probably coming to a city near you. Snork Y2K, what's up, Mitch? Good to see you, my friend. Stayer squeezed into Elk Deer, Iowa after Tulsi today. Yeah, of course. Stayer, what is he doing? Why is he doing this? Tom Stayer. Ray Foley, what's up, Ray? Shave your knuckles for justice, Ray. Doing great work in Chicago. Bernie looks awful not sticking up. I think fatal mistake. Playing with Dems is repulsive. You know, I see that point of view, Ray. I really do. And there's plenty of times where I've thought, I wish Bernie would fight more and do that. Yeah, the fact that he endorsed Hillary in 2016, it's a valid thing to be critical of him. It is a valid thing. And some people on his team sometimes make some decisions, like 2 debates ago when he had a hoarse voice. Like, who the hell is having him talk in the days leading up to a debate? But no way. Shouldn't be giving speeches for 2 days prior. You know, like, what are you doing? So I see that, and I see your point of view. I do believe that what he's doing is playing a little more nice, and now he's got Tulsi to be his bad cop. And with the AOC endorsement, I think it might work. Maybe I'm being naive. Maybe I'm being overly optimistic. I don't know. That's my opinion. That's what I think. Hey, Mares. Boom, hey, Mares. What's up? Wishful thinking. Ever wonder if this was all planned by the elite long ago? Bail out of problems they caused. Now they've got it all. Climate change. Could be. Some billionaire is going to come in and go, oh, I've got geoengineering. We can reverse climate change. I'm the hero. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. Like or they're going to do this to like, they're so, the ruling class is evil. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, well, let's let climate change come in and wipe out half the population, and then we'll come in and solve it. Like, once we get this population cut in half. I wouldn't be surprised if that's, I wouldn't put it past them. They're that evil. Where are we at here? Max D. What's up, Max? Shave your knuckles for justice. So anyway, which of Batman's villains do you like best? The knuckle shaver was kind of lame. Come on, dude. I'm partial to Catwoman, but without the tail. I like the Joker. I loved Heath Ledger's Joker in the trilogy, and then the Joker movie, man, with I'm blanking on his name now. The movie that just came out. I'm blanking on his name. You guys are probably all screaming it on the live stream right now. Jack Nicholson's Joker. Who's the Joker in the Joker movie right now? Joaquin Phoenix, right. That depiction, and if you haven't seen Joker, I talked about it last week's stream, watch it, because it's amazing. It really, for the first time, shows how, like, decaying late-stage toxic capitalism could create a villain like Joker. It addresses mental illness. It's that movie is, man, there's poverty, there's a handful of ruling elites. Watch the film if you haven't seen it. It's amazing. It's an amazing film, in my opinion. Comedy Film Nerds, my movie podcast, we did a whole spoiler up talking about it, so check that out. But Joker is my favorite. Yeah, because that scene in the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight where Heath Ledger is in custody and he's talking to Batman. And Batman's like, you're a criminal. And Joker goes, don't talk like one of them. You're not one of them. He kind of is the mirror opposite of Batman. They're both a little nuts. Batman dresses up in a bat and goes and beats the crap out of people. Like, they're both a little nuts. And it's the two sides of the coin. You know, you had some type of trauma growing up or whatever, and one guy went evil, one guy went crime fighting. I don't know. I love that. George Allen, Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. Revolution Televised is fantastic, Graham. Yeah, thank you. Please watch it. It's a great series. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, please check out Revolution Televised. So it sounds like I just heard from someone that Julian Assange is going to make an in-person court appearance for a hearing tomorrow. Huh? I didn't know much about that. That is news. 467 watching, 411 likes. We're getting close. I love it. 412 likes. Hit the like button, everybody. Wow, that's amazing. So if that's true, that's awesome. If he's going to make an in-person appearance, that's great. So wow, I'm going to follow that. If that's on TV or something like that, I might live stream that tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to really look into that. I literally just found out about that, so. Yeah, and Tulsi is the only candidate. Tulsi will have the most say about freeing Assange. Okay. Man, if he appears in court, I really want to see that. Okay, that's good to know. Graham, RT stream, that kind of thing. Yeah. Hello, Margaret, Victoria, smash the like button. Sonny Thomas. Hello, Annabelle. Yeah, no way that'll be televised. I don't know. I'm going to find out some kind of information about that tomorrow. If there is something I can live stream. Okay. Yeah, it probably will not be televised, but I'll find out about as much about that tomorrow as I can. And I will I'll let people know. Also, Amers is asking, post the PV game show time on Twitter. I will, just so you all know right now, it's Tuesday, October 22nd, 7 p.m. Pacific. But I will have hopefully more information about the court thing tomorrow. Because he'll be appearing in court in the UK. All right. Yeah. Graham, Julian's in court tomorrow. Okay. Maybe RT will cover it. All right. Assange to appear Monday at Westminster Magistrates Court. Okay. All right. We will check that out. If there's an Assange stream, Gordon Dimmick will know about it. Ask him. Okay, man, I'll check that out for sure. Right on. Graham, I went to Jimmy Dore's show in San Francisco. When are you coming to Oakland? We don't have any Oakland dates, but Ron Placone and I, February 29th, are doing Progressive Comedy Tour in San Francisco at Neck of the Woods. It's on my website, grahamnoah.com. Join us in NorCal. All right. We'll be talking Julian Assange tomorrow, everybody. That's good to know. Christian B. Christian, shave it for justice. Kamala is Colin Powell in drag. Change my mind. No, I think you should stick with that. I don't think I need to change your mind. Thanks for supporting the show and making me laugh. Jedi Mullet 77, shave them, Jedi Mullet. We need to refer to these established politicians as corporate assets. Yeah, that's a good point. I brought this up too. When we as progressives, you're all political vigilantes. Start calling the corporate media conspiracy theorists. Start calling Russiagate a conspiracy theory. Start calling anyone smearing Tulsi a conspiracy theory. Show their conspiracies, right? Hillary blaming her loss on Russia is Hillary's conspiracy. Hillary's a conspiracy theorist and a warmonger. And start playing and talking openly about being anti-war and against war, against it. And anyone that's in favor of it is a warmonger, right? That's what we got to start doing. Good point. Ray Foley, thanks, Ray. Tulsi running against Clinton now. It worked for Trump and was endearing for Bernie. He can't do that now. Yeah. I mean, look, I personally believe this is a good thing. Because Tulsi running against Clinton now, Clinton, that's great. She can fight, call out Clinton for who she is. And Bernie, as I said earlier, can just keep pushing his message that resonates with people and pointing out, yes, I will raise your taxes on Medicare for all, but all your other costs come down. So in the long run, you will save money. You won't have cope. You just got to say that over, because that's what they do. Remember in 2016, single payer is pie in the sky. They just kept saying pie in the sky, pie in the sky. And then I would hear friends of mine repeat it. Oh yeah, Graham, but it's pie in the sky. So we just have to say, yes, it's doable. Yes, Medicare for all. Overall costs will come down. Tasks come up. Like, just keep hammering that. That's what fan of fanfic, some green/libertarian people in Sanders administration would go a long way toward making third parties more mainstream and viable. Yeah, absolutely. And I think he'll do that in his administration. I think Bernie's an independent. He just became a Democrat to run for president. After he lost, he went back to being, and he said flat out, well, you need the Democratic Party. And what if he put Greens and Libertarians, which I think he will? He put Dr. Stein in there. So I think it's, yeah. And he would also get the money out of politics. He would have total You would overhaul the whole election system because he got screwed. You know, we would have a real democracy again. It'd be great. Cindy Baczynski. Hey, shave your knuckles for justice, Cindy. What position for Cornel West? Oh, great question. Where do you put Cornel West in that administration? Somewhere. HUD, maybe? Secretary of Education? He's a professor at Harvard. That'd be awesome. If Cornel West was in there, God, I forgot about that. It'd be great. Cornel West, Dr. Stein, Nina, Tulsi, Stephanie Kelton. Man. Oof, dream team. Danny O'Brien. Thank you, Danny. You're making Gotham great again. Great interviews on the Epstein case. More. I think Tulsi should use Back in the USSR at her rally intro music. That would be awesome if she just like, spit in the face of it. Yeah, you want to call me a Russian asset? I'll play Back in the USSR just as a joke. That's what I would do. I'd come out in a CCCP hockey jersey from like the 70s. That's what I would do. And thank you. I'm glad you like the Epstein videos. I will continue. I've gotten some new information, so I'm going to be doing some more videos. The interview with Tiffany Fitzhenry, both cover that. So watch those if you haven't already. Thank you, Danny. Balthazar 22, wait. Thank you for supporting the show. I do wonder if the veteran tag isn't resonating. It seems as though from 2004 on, being former, our military doesn't resonate because we don't like military-industrial complex. Yeah, I mean, there's been some criticism of that with Tulsi in the last couple of debates of saying I'm a veteran a little too much. I think it's powerful, and you don't realize yet what it's going to do when you go into these red districts and red states where a lot of the people there served, where they realize what it's like. A lot of them served because they felt patriotic. A lot of them served because there was no jobs and they couldn't afford college. And I think, I think Tulsi talking about how she saw people die over there, and that's why she doesn't want to have any more regime change wars. I think it's powerful when she takes that standpoint. And if she starts like gloves off now with Hillary, like, I served this country, I put my life on the line while she was getting donations from Goldman Sachs, like, come up swinging that way, right? That's how I think it's effective, in my opinion. Fan of fanfics, shave your knuckles for justice. Still Sanders, but Tulsi'd win me over. She'd call defense contractors war profiteers on the debate stage. Could you imagine the heads exploding? I think we might start to see that, fan of fanfics. I think that if these gloves are truly off now with the Hillary thing, I think she's just going to say, yeah, I went over there and we all thought we were doing the right thing, but then we just saw these big military contractors profiting off of this. We do the work and they profit. Like, it could happen. Those tweets she put out about Hillary the other day, I was like, what? I didn't see that coming, but I'm glad. And maybe it'll open the doorway to more of what you're talking about. Sam Dean, what's up, Sam? Thanks for supporting the show. Bill Maher offered Trump $1 million to resign. It's not such a bad idea. Is it ethical to pay Trump to go away? It might work. I think it's funny. I think it's a good proposal, but it's also it's a funny proposal. And like, we'll pay you $1 million to stop. You're such an awful president. But coming from Bill Maher, who was such a neoliberal, he's a corporate guy. He thinks Bernie Sanders is pulling the party he said in an interview, Bill Maher, he's too left. We need more centrism. Like, are you kidding me, Bill? Centrism is what lost in 2016. So I can't say I'm a huge fan of Bill Maher, but I think overall that's kind of funny. But look, I've said this before. If you get rid of Trump, who I don't like, obviously, you have Mike Pence. Trump is just a narcissist and a greedy, power-hungry narcissist, right? He's not an ideologue. Trump he was a Democrat, now he's a Republican. He'll do whatever he gets the money and the power. He doesn't care. Pence is an ideologue. He is an evangelical Christian. They're crazy. They're scary. They're like the Taliban or ISIS. They're nuts. And if this country were to lose its infrastructure, like there was no, like society collapsed and they took over, they would be executing gays. They would be making women wear burqas. There's no two ways about it. So Pence is dangerous. So I want to keep him far away from the White House, from being president. That's what I want for me. Oz Whistles. Thank you for supporting the show. When climate denial is criminalized, what should the sentences be? Oh, like start with the top. The CEOs of these companies that are poisoning the earth and paying for fake, surveys to say climate change isn't that bad. Prison, life in prison, and seizing the assets. And then women like that actress, that Canadian grandmother, but Greta, everyone should put coal over their toast or whatever. Like, yeah, she should do a little jail time. But the CEOs, the ones pushing it, the Koch brothers and people like that have spent hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars to lie to the American people, that's a climate change that's an act of terrorism. You should be in jail. 20 to 50 years of life, or 20 to life. That's what I think. Denise Gazzardo, thank you, Denise, for supporting the show. Balthazar 228, right on, Balthazar. Winning the popular vote and claiming that wins you the election is like winning most improved or popular vote at a judged award show. That's funny. Thanks. 470 watching, 468 likes. That's what I'm talking about, everybody. I am going to have to wrap this up a little shorter because I'm doing Jimmy's show tonight. My voice is starting to get a little, so I'm going to be good for the panel tonight. Brian McManus, Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. I wish Tulsi would say 9/11 was blowback and stop playing up enlistment. Doesn't jive with saying war is corporate and the lead up to Iraq was a lie. Yeah, Brian, that's a valid point. I don't know. That's a good point. I don't know if that's smart. I don't know if that if she doesn't believe those things that you're suggesting, then she's not going to say them, nor should she if she doesn't believe in them. But maybe she should. I don't know. It's being indoctrinated. She joined the military at a young age, and she's still in. There's a certain amount of indoctrination when you're in the military, and I think it's good she's speaking up. You bring up valid points. I don't know if that would be good or not for her to bring that up. I really don't. Would I like to hear it? Would progressives like us like to hear it? Yeah, for the most part. But would it be overall a good message to get, because here's the thing about Tulsi. You got to understand, conservatives are coming over to vote for her. Libertarians are coming over to vote for her. So maybe you're right. I don't know. But she's getting people who would not vote for a Democrat to come over to consider her. And that's a big thing. And she's getting a lot of vets who know what it's like. She can't come across like she's shitting on the military or vets. And the mainstream media would love to get her in some quote if they could manipulate it, make her sound like that. So I don't know. It's a valid thing, though. A Mayor's PV Game Show time on Twitter. Tuesday, October 22nd, 7 p.m. Pacific. I will have Jimmy Dore and Steph Zamorano as my contestants. Noom de plume, pen May. Got to get back to my honey to-do list, podcasting. You now. Thanks for a great show. Thank you for supporting us. Really appreciate that. Good to see you here. Louise Brooks. Shave Your Knuckles for Justice, Louise. Epstein lawsuit expanded to include Ghislaine Maxwell and others. Okay, good. But it shouldn't be a lawsuit. It should be a criminal charge. She needs to be charged with felony sexual assault and human trafficking, which are both serious felonies. That's what she needs to be charged with. Lawsuit, okay. She's a rich lady. She'll have her high-powered lawyers negotiate it down. She'll settle out of court, never admit guilt to anything. That's what her first settlement was. So I want to see her in an orange jumpsuit spending the rest of her life in prison. Sidechain recording, boom. Thank you for supporting the show. What online left communities do you recommend? Well, This one, I mean, the shows I would watch, Jimmy Dore Show, Convo Couch, Ron Placone, Abby Martin, Empire Files. I watch RT, Mint Press News, Truth Dig, The Real News, Intercept. It's a little more with a grain of salt, Intercept now, than what it was 2 years ago. But yeah, those are the shows I'd check out. Human Being, support, thank you. Ruth Benedict, what's up, Ruth? Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. I hope everything's good in Philly. Just got home from work, so missed most of the show. The donation for you and all the powerful progressives here. Thank you, Ruth. Love you. I hope you're doing well. Kate, where is Ghislaine Maxwell? Great question, Kate. Yeah, where is she? How come there's not an international manhunt for Ghislaine Maxwell? She's probably, I don't know, in Dubai or something, just on a yacht somewhere in somebody else's island that doesn't have to pay taxes or has its own laws. Horrible. Sam Dean, what will Marlon Shatner be singing today? Keep those song suggestions in mind, don't you? Forget about Shatner. Okay. But I gotta go soon, Dad. Balthazar 228, boom. I wonder if it'd be stronger if putting Mike Preisner's context test. I wonder if they're thinking I was defending our country and they lied to all of us. Yeah. I think if she started leaning more towards that, that would be great. Because that's a powerful thing that Preisner said when he gave that speech, the Winter Soldier or whatever, in 2000, whenever he did that's 8 or 9 or something like that. That was 10 maybe, I don't know, that was powerful. Yeah, that's a great thing. And that resonates with all of the vets. Like, hey, we all went over there thinking we were doing, defending America against the terrorists of 9/11, and they lied to us. It's about profit. That's a powerful message and a great point. Fan of fanfics, boom, shave him. Mayor thinks he's still a woke outsider because he smokes pot. Oh, God, I know. Want to see classic Mayor? Watch Jimmy Dore. Everything Bill Mayer should be. Yeah, absolutely, man. He thinks he's this, lefty outsider, and he's not. You can't be a lefty outsider when you work for the Democratic and the corporate establishment. You can't. Cindy Baczynski. Cindy, shave your knuckles for justice. Mayor, Bernie needs to tell people single player means if your doctor says you need a procedure, you get that procedure. No one can deny you treatment, and you don't pay for the tests. Yeah. I think he's doing a good job. When I see him on the debates, when he describes Medicare for all, he'll just say, premiums are gone, copays are gone, deductibles are gone. Everything's covered, except cosmetic surgery. Plastic surgery, no. But everything else, everything's covered. He's like, your total yearly cost will be $200. That's good. You're bringing up a good point. Lori Mountain Gal Pal, what's up, Lori? Lately feeling discouraged about how badly so many people have TDS. So many can't see what a waste of energy impeachment is. Missed you in Denver, Graham. Oh, I'm sorry I wasn't in Denver. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Trump derangement syndrome. I know, impeachment just sounds good. We're going to get him impeached. And it's just get behind the progressive like Bernie, who can win in red states, and beat him on populist progressive. That's what will unify the country, because that's the other thing the left is like, we gotta, do you want a civil war? That's crazy. I agree with you. Jason R. Shave the knuckles for justice. Killer Mike for a HUD. Yeah, I'd like to see Killer Mike in Bernie's cabinet. Rokana Commerce, Steiny PA West. Human Health Secretary Wolf Labor. Oh, nice. That's great. Megan Morales. Hello, Megan. Thanks for supporting the show. Read the judge in Epstein lawsuit has died recently. Oh, God. Weird. What a wacky coincidence. All these bodies. And the media is not covering it. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. Find me an article on that. Send it to me, and I'll put that in my next Epstein video. What? Make Gotham great again. Thank you so much, brother. Really appreciate you supporting the show. All right, folks, I got to roll. I am wiped, and I got to get ready for show. All right. Oh, Bow of the Fifth Column. Oh, that's a really good show. Yeah, I like that. I've watched him before. Kill It at the Sycamore. All right. The Sam song, please. All right, I'll sing a song, but I gotta. My t-shirt is hot. Thank you. Dancing in the Moonlight. Oh, I'll sing that one. That's a great song. Dancing in the Moonlight. All right, here we go, guys. Haven't done a Shatner in a couple weeks, I think. Here you go. You've earned it. We've all earned ourselves a little Shatner. And go to grandmella.com for the tour dates. We'll see you on the road, everybody. All right. Let's see. Hold on. Hold on, everyone. No, I want the Dancing in the Moonlight. Here we go, everybody. You can sing along. Dancing in the Moonlight as William Shatner. For those of you who new, started doing this like last year. I sing a song, a karaoke song, typically at the end, as William Shatner. Dancing in the Moonlight, King Harvest. This is a 70s song. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It on almost every night. When that old moon gets so and bright, for natural delight. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight. You probably can't hear it. Here is out of sight. They don't bark and they don't bite. Keep things loose, they keep things light. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and light. And a natural sight. Everybody is dancing in the moonlight. Fun and we never fight. We can't dance and stay uptight. Except for natural delight. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody was feeling warm and right. And natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Scotty, we need to dance in the moonlight. The Klingons, they killed my son, so he can't dance in the moonlight. But here is out of sight. They don't bark and they don't bite. Things keep things right. Everybody is dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody is feeling warm and light. That's a natural sight. Everybody is dancing in the moonlight. Sing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and light. Just fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and light. Just fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Of all the souls I've known, his was the most human I've ever known. That's from Wrath of Khan. All right, everybody, fantastic. You guys are fantastic. So fun doing the show. Great we didn't have a lot of dumb trolls today, which always makes it better. You're all fantastic. Finding Ned, thank you for supporting the show. Coming back to Vegas. Yes, Ron and I will be back there. We had a great time. This is a good problem to have. There's too many people donating to thank all of them. But I really appreciate everybody coming on the show and supporting what we're doing. 500 people liked the episode today. Fantastic. So you're all great. Brent McKinney, thank you so much. Thank you for suggesting the song. Really appreciate it. This Tuesday, October 22nd, I will be doing Political Vigilante live here on YouTube, 7 p.m. Pacific, with Steph Zamorano and Jimmy Dore is my contestants. Join in. It's an hour. It's live. It's a blast. And, of course, every Sunday at 3 p.m. All my tour dates are at GrahamElwood.com. Thank you, everybody, for dancing in the moonlight. It's a warm and natural light.